Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a one brand tutorial using only Wet n Wild products. I'll tell you guys what I like and what I didn't like. Everything is really affordable. The only things I used that were not Wet n Wild were my eyebrows and a few brushes. So if you guys want to see how I got this look using Wet n Wild products, just keep on watching. So everything I'm using is Wet n Wild except for my eyebrows. The only eyebrow stuff they had were those pencils that you sharpen, and I hate those type of brow products. So I did use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, but I am going to conceal with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This does dry really quickly, so I advise you guys do one eyebrow at a time. I'm just gonna do a little more, seeing as this dried way too fast. Put some on my lid as well. I just tapped it with my finger. And to set my eyes, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Warm Light. I'm just taking that on a blending crease brush, also from Wet n Wild. And just dusting that on. For my eyes, I did get the Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette. It looks like this. It's pretty cute. I do also have this pressed glitter from Wet n Wild. I don't even think they sell these anymore. I got this like last year and it's honestly never been opened or touched. So I was going to pair these together, but this pink might be too bright for the colors. But you know, we'll see. It looks like this. It comes with this stupid little thing that I don't need. I didn't even dig my finger that deep into this, and there's like a lot of kickback. It's a little chunky, but you know, it's really not that bad, considering this is like $7.99. On the back it says this is color number 6. I'm just taking a Wet n Wild crease brush. Next, with a slimmer crease brush, I'm going in with the darker shade. I believe it's number 7. I'm going to tuck that on the outer V and outer part of my crease. I think I'm going to do a halo eye today, so I'm going to put this color in the inner corner as well. And just blend that upwards. These are a little hard to blend, but they're not terrible. I've had way worse eyeshadows. And I'm just gonna keep building the color until I have the desired pigmentation. I'm just going over with number 1 in the palette to kind of blend out number 6 from getting too high on my brow bone. Then I'm just going to go in with a Wet n Wild shader brush, and I'm taking the last shade in the palette, which is like a gray-black shade, and I'm just taking a little bit and putting that on my outer V. I literally dabbed such a little bit, and it's literally covering my entire eye. And I put some on the other eye too, so if that tells you anything about the pigmentation. This black is really, really nice. I really didn't want to go in the smoky direction, but I guess it's too late now. It doesn't look bad, right? I don't think it looks that bad. Next, I'm going to go in with shade number 5, which is this middle shade that I swatched, and I'm going to put that on the center of my lid. And to give the shimmer shade a fair chance, I am going to spray it with the Wet n Wild setting spray. Okay, that's really not that bad. I've seen better shimmer shades, but I definitely feel like Wet n Wild could do better, because Wet n Wild puts out really good stuff. I'm just going to go back in with number 6 and 9 to make sure this blends. I think it's probably best put on with your finger, so I think I'm just going to try to do that. I feel like the stickiness is making my eyelids a little oily now. I left side looks good, and every time I put product on the right, it's just taking it right off. So the glitter took me like almost 10 minutes because it was just being sticky and not actually sticking to my eye. I literally had to scrape it up and out to get on my eyelid. And now it looks like this. Like you can already see it hit pan because I was trying to literally scrape it out, because unless I did like a chunk of it on my eye, it would not like stay. But the outcome isn't bad. I think it looks pretty okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. I've never used their eyeliner before, but I've heard a lot of good things. We're just gonna do a wing. This liner does dry down to more of a vinyl, like shiny finish. Really not that bad. I did have to build it a little bit. I didn't expect my wings to be as big as they were, but it's fine because I covered like half of the ugly glitter anyways. I don't have any Wet n Wild eyelashes. I don't really like their eyelashes. They're not as dramatic as I like. They're a little bit too like sparse. I've tried them before, so I'm just gonna pop on some eyelashes that I have from eBay, and I will be right back. Another thing about the eyeliner, it does clump up a little bit, but once the eyelashes are on, you really can't notice. For now, I'm gonna move on to the face, and for primer, I am using the Wet n Wild Cover All Primer. It looks like this. It's supposed to be mattifying and pore filling. And for those of you watching who don't know, yes, I do have a lazy eye. Yes, my eye goes lazy in my videos because for me to see in my flip camera that I'm using, my eye has to be lazy, because without it being lazy, my vision is blurred, but when my eye is lazy, I can see fine. It's just double. I try to edit it out because I hate when people ask. It's really annoying. People are like, oh, what's wrong with your eye? Like as if I don't already fucking know what's wrong with my eye. I wear glasses for my vision. That's why I always wear glasses. I can get laser surgery, but I still have to wear glasses for up to 2 years before I can take them off, so I feel like it's pointless. I like how I look with glasses. Doesn't really feel like it did that much. It does feel like it mattified my face though, so I guess part of it worked. And for foundation, I've already used this before, but this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. It looks a mess because I use it literally almost every day. I am in the shade Soft Beige, and it does come with a spatula applicator. I'm going to buff that in with this Wet n Wild brush. I think it's a buffing brush, buffing slash stippling brush. It does seem to be soaking up quite a lot of product, like more than a normal beauty blender would. And to conceal, I'm going back with that Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I'm only going to do one place at a time because this does dry pretty quickly. I would say this concealer is like a medium coverage. It's not bad, but I can still kind of see the slight darkness under my eyes. Do you see how this brush has soaked up almost all of the product? That's really annoying. To set the areas that I concealed, I'm using this Wet n Wild contouring palette. Looks like this, and I'm going to take this lighter shade. And I'm also using a Wet n Wild powder brush. And with the same brush to set the rest of my face, I'm using the same powder we used to set the eyes, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. And for bronzer, I'm taking the contour shade in the palette, and I'm using this big fluffy bronzer brush. This is not from Wet n Wild. This is the only brush I'm using that's not from Wet n Wild, so please don't come for me. This is actually a Royal Inland Nickel brush. And to contour my nose, I'm using this Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. And for my blush, I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink. I'm taking that with the same powder brush. Next, I'm going to set my face with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. It looks like this. Oh, you can't inhale. It's very perfumey, like old lady perfume. For highlight, I'm using the new limited edition highlighting powder in Lilac to Reality. I used the pink one in my drugstore video, but I picked up this purple one. And on top of that, I'm going to put Precious Petals. I don't have a highlighting brush, but this is a clean blending brush from Wet n Wild, so I'm going to use that. Okay, this blending brush isn't working like I want it to, so I'm just going to take my So Susan fan brush. And lastly, for the lips, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Rebel Rose. Alright guys, that is it. This is the finished look. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I really do like how this look turns out. I'm kind of iffy on the eyes, but the glitter did end up matching the lip, which worked pretty well. I'm not really good at smoky eyes using black, so if it's not the most blended thing, I'm sorry, but I tried. I do like all the products I tried except for that glitter. I guess they discontinued it for a reason, but I do love the setting spray. The blush was so pretty. I'm gonna go buy all the other colors, honestly. The primer was okay. I did like the contouring palette. The eyeshadow palette was alright. In total, this was about $62, which for a full face of makeup isn't bad at all. If you guys like this one brand tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for my next ones. Next, I'm doing e.l.f. and Milani. If you guys want to see another drugstore one brand tutorial, just leave a comment down below with what brand you want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Bye guys.